now, and you're supposed to like take this down, right, so that it's even with the deck. Is that what you're supposed to do? And then put something on the
with
holes?
the caulking.
The
That's
caulking.
actually, I think
It's
that's,
okay that it's up.
I'm guessing this is surface, you know,
Yeah.
so.
then, do you put something on these in order to?
All the screw holes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Big.
yeah, I would put something in.
You're like would you use epoxy, or would it be like a caulk of some kind?
Well, there's epoxy caulk. There's
You're right.
There's
Like
probably,
Sikaflex or something like that.
yeah,
That's
that's
what
a
they
good
used
one.
to
That's
use.
a good one. Then there's 5200.
That was 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
5200, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They'll use that.
They're still
Yeah.
good. They make
Is
some
it?
good
Great.
products.
Yeah,
you know,
good.
so. And then of course, you know, you have them, Boat Life, and there's like 3 of them that are really the best. And
Okay.
You can even get them at Home Depot.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
And not have to pay.
And then
the
it's just caulking.
Marine,
Right.
Yeah, right.
Then it's tape, caulk,
Yeah.
wipe.
Well, if you
Or
were
we
going to
could get
seal
But this
that
isn't
off
even in the
and then
crack
just
anymore.
put down the artificial one,
Right.
that would be
Right.
easy.
I think that'd be the best
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go over and look
And
at
this
that.
caulking isn't even
Yeah, I think our goal
sealing
is
the
to
cracks
eventually
anymore.
just get it all up.
right.
And then it still has the traditional look
Right.
that
Yep.
Hans Christian.
Yeah, right.
I just want to get a good look at this.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the teak being old. I'm afraid of what's underneath being a problem.
Well,
Because the
you can-
teak being old, I can deal with that over the next however long years.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy I need a project. I need things to do during the day
Yeah.
to feel like I'm worthy of remaining for another day. You know, I mean, it's, what do they call that? The Puritan work ethic?
I think it is.
So I've definitely got that, but I want my work to be worth it, because for
a good-
instance, if this is bad and this whole section of deck is a problem, suddenly the mass step is in play and there's
Well-
too much going on.
Oh
Right.
yeah, if you have to do that kind of construction.
Right.
What we'll do is we get inside, we'll take a look at the ceiling around
Okay.
that area and see where we're at. Well, you can see on the infrared that it's one big massive wet spot.
I'm sure. How can it not be?
You know, so
It would have been nice
that's
if
a
they...
perfect place to start your project of putting in the artificial.
Right. Right. So the condition of the topside teak, and I'm not asking for any guarantees or anything, obviously. Do you feel like, oh gosh, this deck's in trouble because
No.
the teak is so far
I
gone?
wouldn't say anything critical
Okay.
about the deck that way.
Okay.
We don't know if it's leaking or anything. but
Right.
At this point, you know, it's not going to trip you underway. It's, you know, once it's cleaned, actually, you know, you don't want a really hard bristle brush, but something
Yeah.
a little softer,
Right.
and so you don't tear up the soft wood out of there.
Yeah.
But there's a couple teak brighteners, so you could just go through it really
Sure,
fast.
sure,
you
sure.
know, and make it look pretty for a while. It'll be light tan. It won't be as hard gray.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it will look okay, and it'll be clean. So,
Yep.
and short term, just fine.
A little oiling and
Yeah. Okay.
good, good. Yeah, see that, you need to put your finger into it. And it's
Feel
just,
soft?
yeah, it's just so soft, right? I would want to let it dry before
Yeah.
I did anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can see there's
Little bugs then.
bugs living in it.
White little mites. Yeah.
And they're digging down into it. They've
yeah.
made a home
Their
here.
home.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well,
And of course they did. I mean, this
Their lives have
thing,
been
this is
disturbed.
abuse.
Gosh darn it.
Boat abuse.
yeah, it really is.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I
and
feel a
then-
hum.
Oh, nice. That's progress.
The yard guy came up, that rigger guy. What's his name? He's very nice.
See,
Steve. Yeah, he's awesome.
you know, it's funny. I didn't know when, about 10, 15 years ago when I came for a survey, and he said he called me by name.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
He knew me from 20 years before.
When you were a teacher,
Yeah.
and he was your student. Isn't that cool?
I was like, "Hey, Alan."
Yeah.
He's an enterprising young man. He started a business, but it didn't take off. And,
Oh.
in the boating business, canvas business, and it didn't take off. And so he's still working, and he's trying to do business on the side.
Right.
Well, that's the only way to get forward, right? That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You got to keep plugging.
You getting ready to move it?
Pretty soon, yeah. As soon as Skipper, we just got to run, and now he's going to button stuff up, and then we're just going to back it out and back it into the slip.
Okay. Well, you let us know when you want us off, and we'll...
Well, you don't have to get off till we're in the slip.
Okay.
If you want to take a boat ride from out down in here.
It's probably better to get off here. It's a little harder.
You got it.
To get around everything.
Sounds good. I'm okay with that. All right.
That's my opinion.
Well, that's what we're here for.
What are those good for?
Exactly.
What you need. It's actually, I can be on board with you if you need a second hand on board.
This one's very loose,
That one is very
which is interesting because the pins aren't out or anything. So you'll... I don't know why it would come loose.
Got it?
Yep. Thank you very much.
It's the corrosion in that one cable that's causing me problems. I found the problem.
Very good.
How to fix it.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'll do it sometime this week. I got a
Good,
class
good.
Saturday
Yeah,
and
Douglas
Sunday,
said
so I may-
something about how he wants to put new batteries in it.
Yeah, he's picking them up right now.
That's awful nice.
I already gave him his marching orders.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, good. You like driving this boat? How do you drive a lot of different
Yes, I do.
boats? Yeah. Yeah.
I
Good.
teach for offshore sailing. I
Oh.
do deliveries all over the place. This boat is a tank.
Yep. Yeah.
It is one of those that, it's heavy, mitigates a lot of the sound because of how heavily it's laid up.
Right.
Getting a storm out here, and sea kindliness is a lot better than most boats.
Right.
The-
And that's what I've read about
the-
them, and that's why we focused on a 30,000-pound boat rather than a 20,000 pound.
The hurdle that I found with this boat is that it has a 57 horsepower engine.
Uh-huh.
I take this boat out of gear about 100 yards before I get to the marina.
Yeah.
And I coast all the way into the slip.
Sure.
And I still have to put it in reverse to slow it down.
Sure. And it's got a
So-
feathering prop too, right?
It
Which
does.
is then
I'm not
another
a
little
big fan of
challenge.
that.
Right. Yeah.
Not a big
No,
fan of
I would like to replace that too.
I would.
What are
I
you
would
gonna
agree with that.
gain?
That's funny. I
No.
thought the same thing.
I never-
I'm
Yeah,
not near
I've been
as
trying to talk.
experienced
I
as
don't
Doug
like
into
the feathering
replacing that
props.
prop
Yeah,
for years.
for sure. For sure.
For
That's
the
something I would
cost
want
of
to
the
do.
rebuild kit alone, you can buy a brand new fixed blade prop.
Yeah. There you go.
This is not for racing.
No.
So what are you going to get? A
Right.
quarter of a knot out of it?
Right.
Whoopee.
Yeah.
You know, for the sheer, mindset that the prop is still going to be there
Right.
when you turn it on.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a peace of
Right.
mind
That
I
as
like.
well.
You don't have that
I
little
just-
hesitation when you shift it.
Right.
Yeah.
that
Yep.
It's right there. It's
half
instant.
second
Yeah.
or whatever it is. It might-
Nope. I like the extra blades and
This
having
one's a three
more.
blade.
Oh, it is.
It's a 3-blade.
Oh, okay.
But it's
You'll see
an
it.
auto prop, so they rotate.
Yeah,
They don't clamshell together.
Okay.
So it's
Okay. Yeah.
it's a nice
So
prop.
more moving parts.
It's
It's
I
just
have-
more moving parts.
My argument exactly. Moving appendages underwater
Right.
do not need to belong there,
That's
except for
right.
the rudder.
And
The rudder's the
right.
only.
And no bow
like
thruster
you
on this
say,
boat,
it's
right?
not- it's
Yeah,
not like
right.
You're going
And
to
so
improve the performance.
No, exactly.
It's like, come on.
You're not winning any races
It's a
with
tank,
it.
baby.
You
No.
misjudge that, Doc.
I've
Poor
owned
Doc.
my racing boats, and
Yeah?
and I'm currently a member of a racing club, and that's kind of where I cut my sailing teeth.
Okay.
And so I
Well,
get
you're gonna have
the
to slow
racing
down.
I get the racing mindset. Oh no, the last couple of years we stopped racing. Now we just cruise, and the other racers
Yeah.
look at us like, "Aren't you going to race today?" No, not anymore.
It's good to know. It's good to know the dynamics.
I had my- yeah.
Hold on a sec. Let's take that one off last because it's keeping me from going forward. Okay. It's good to know the dynamics of why a sailboat moves faster,
Yes.
but it is not. It is not the only thing out there. Thank you.
You're welcome. No, I've learned a lot from it, and I'll take that to my cruising career.
Sailing is one of those activities where you will never stop looking. Ever.
Right,
Today, I
right.
learned about the corrosion on that pattern cable.
I think that's what intrigues me about it. Keep learning.
I'm gonna have to block it.
right, you can cast off.
Is that where the strap's gonna go?
The strap's gonna go right in front of the mast. Right about where that forward roller is.
Yeah.
That's something I want to note, is where the straps go. Where do you,
The rub rail.
like I'd want a mark
See how
on
it
there.
slips it up?
Yeah. Where it's rough,
Yeah.
where you can see where the fender was.
Screws are sticking out.
Yes.
Oh, he's got it back in it.
Yeah, and so then there's something else you miss from that feathering prop is you don't get as much prop walk, I'll bet. So you can't use your prop walk to, or can you even in a boat this weight?
You should be able to.
With the feathering prop? I don't know, I have never owned a feathering prop.
Yeah, well, it's in gear. Once it's in gear,
I just understand the mechanics of it.
well, the good part is with that type of prop is when you're underway, it's not,
Yeah.
there's no drag.
Right. So there's not that force on the mechanics for one
Yeah,
thing, which is
it won't spin
positive.
the,
Right.
how big do you figure that plow is?
I don't
65?
know. I don't know. I could actually look that up.